Hi, I'm Manupama Dalmia. 28th May is World Menstrual Hygiene Day, and Good Universe has come up with this amazing campaign called the My Period Story campaign. Now, according to me, this campaign is very important in today's times because it initiates and encourages dialogue around this taboo topic. Now, I know many might tell me that this topic is no more taboo. We are talking so much about periods today. Well, of course, on social media we are, but in our day-to-day lives, are we talking about it enough and as openly? I don't think so. Compared to before, of course, we are much more open now, but I do realize that we have a long way to go because I still see this tendency to go hush hush when it comes to this topic. I still see how there is this certain kind of awkwardness that sets into the room whenever the period talk comes up, and we do have to have important conversations around menstrual health, menstrual hygiene, and unless we really normalize this subject matter at a large level, I don't see how we will be able to achieve that. So kudos to Good Universe for coming up with this great campaign. Now, my period story is actually related to the next generation. Now, as a growing child, my parents had approached this topic with me quite matter-of-factly and in a practical way. My mom allayed all my fears. Much before I got my periods, she told me what they are, why they happen, and any other doubt that I had was clarified quite openly. And also with my dad, there was never this thing that I shouldn't talk about periods in front of my dad. So the environment at home when it came to this topic was quite open. And I had decided that that is how I'm also going to approach it with my daughter, because I think this matters a lot when at that age you have to understand and accept something like this. Now, my daughter is 5.5 years old and she already knows that I get periods, and a lot of people don't agree with this approach. In fact, I've heard it from many that, oh, you've already told her that you get periods. Isn't she too young to understand all this, or aren't you like playing with her innocence? Well, I have slightly different opinion on this topic. I personally feel that when a child actually asks us something, they're quite ready to know about it, and it's on us how we actually tell them about it in an age-appropriate way. Now, what had happened was last year when my daughter was 4+, she saw a pad in my hand and she asked me, "Mama, is that a diaper?" Now, I found it quite funny, but that's how the little curious minds work. So I thought that instead of just diverting her attention or changing the topic, why not I just tell her what it is in simple terms? Because I feel that we can't keep telling them a story for so many years, or maybe, changing the topic or scolding them, and then suddenly when puberty hits, just tell them all at once and bombard them with so much of information. So we can always keep it gradual, and that's what I decided to do. And to my surprise, she took it pretty well. Of course, she had her questions. What I could answer in a way that she can understand, I did, and her curiosity was quelled. And actually today, when I am on my periods, she's quite caring and always concerned about me. She tells me that, "Mama, please take rest." She also takes very good care of me. She understands that during that time, Mama might be slightly irritable, or Mama may not be able to take me on her back like we always play. These kind of things, and I find that really sweet, and I don't see how that has taken away from her innocence. When kids can know about the other body processes, I don't see why we can't tell them, in simple terms about this. So I have personally experienced that my daughter has taken it very well, and I do feel that we don't give this generation enough credit. They understand much more than we think they do. And I feel that this conversation should not be restricted to just parents. It's not only the responsibility of the parents. Now, if I give my example, I'm also a creative writing mentor, and during my classes, what had happened once was that a girl, a student of mine, she had written a story, the premise of which was periods, and there was another boy, student of mine, who happened to read the story, and immediately he went like, "Ew." So that was my opportunity to actually talk to him about it, and I did. And he also realized that there's nothing ew or yuck about it, and it just took few minutes of my time. So as I said, that if we really want to achieve this at a larger level, all of us have to step up in whatever roles we play. So as parents, as mentors, as uncles and aunts, we have to approach this topic normally, and not just with the girls, but this conversation should be had irrespective of gender, because obviously everybody has to understand and know about it to be sensitive towards it. And yes, I also do feel that we don't need to wait till puberty to actually broach this topic with the kids. We can do it gradually in an age-appropriate way. See, normalizing actually has to happen here. I think once it happens here, it will automatically flow into our attitude and in the way we approach this topic in with the next generation.